What's up, y'all? Good morning. This is your boy Jules. I'm out here collecting some red clover. I'm going to show you how I make my fermented plant juice. This is a KNF technique. Fermented plant juice, or FPJ, is all about collecting the new growth shoots or flowers from vigorously growing green non-toxic weeds. So I live in the city of Chicago. As you can see right now, I'm in the city, and there's just fucking red clover coming up everywhere. So pretty much what you're seeing is, hey, why is this plant growing so well? How is it, growing so well despite the conditions, despite the weather, despite the lack of good nutrients in the soil, despite lack of water? There's something in that helps it grow. So essentially what we're doing is trying to collect the growth hormones off of the new growth tips or on the flowers. Ideally you want to do this before the sun comes up. So the sun is almost up but not quite. In the morning, when the dew is still on the plants, is actually when the highest highest amount of microorganisms will be on the plant tips. So harvesting in this time allows you to get both the growth hormones and the local microorganisms. That was a mouthful. So anyways, so I'm collecting all these flowers. I've made this ferment before. My plants fucking love it. If you're in the city, something to note is ideally you want to go somewhere that it's not being sprayed with chemicals, because the plants will obviously be taking up these chemicals, and that is not good. But also, you can never be 100% sure really in the city, which is unfortunate, so I'm working with what I have, to be honest. Some people probably might not do this, but I have limited options, so here we are. Okay, y'all, so I'm back home, and right here you can see I have my red clover in here, and I also have some organic brown sugar. The idea for this next part is you want to take the plant that you collected. So I took just the flowers because I'm making a flowering ferment. You want to weigh out the plants that you collected. So this was 127 grams, and so I added equal weights brown sugar. So I also added 127 grams of brown sugar as well. The next step is to then mash it all up with your fingers. You want to just make sure you're coating every single part of the plant with brown sugar. So the brown sugar is going to be serve two purposes. One, it's a source of food for the microbes that we've captured on the plants, but also two, the brown sugar helps to pull all the moisture out of the plants, and so that's how we get our plant juice, because it's just pulling all the moisture and content and enzymes and growth hormones and everything out of the plants into our solution that we will then extract later. So all I'm going to do is mix this up and then let it sit covered with a paper towel for probably about an hour. Okay, so the final step for making this fermented plant juice is you are going to take your ferment or your plants covered with brown sugar, and you're going to put them into a mason jar that's clean, and you want to fill it up about 2/3 of the way full and leave about 1/3 empty just for air. So let me do this real quick. So my finished product should look something like this. This is pretty full, probably a little bit fuller than I would like, but pretty good overall. The final thing you want to do is put a sugar cap on the top. I put just a little half-inch sugar cap to make sure that essentially there's this idea called osmotic pressure, where the brown sugar is pushing down on the plant material and extracting all of the liquids inside, and so we're using osmotic pressure to extract all the goodness inside for our ferment. So this is it, y'all. I'm going to cover this up with a paper towel, and then I'm going to put the typical mason jar lid on top, and then leave this for about 5 to 7 days, and then you're going to strain it out and you should be good. So I will show you on the other side what it looks like. All right, peace.